Nelson, vai a merda! Puta! Ui! Jesus!
Não, mas olha bem, caralho, olha. Lá fora sempre de gás. E salta cenas mesmo, aquilo dá um vídeo, ele salta largo. Eu acho que assim daquele destaque é que ele salta muito correto.
Cowboy went riding out one dark and windy day. Up on a ridge he rested as he went along his way. When all at once a mighty herd of red-eyed cows he saw plow through the ragged sky and up a cloudy draw.
Camel Red Boy.
Their brands were still on fire and their horns made of steel. Their horns were black and shiny and their hot breath he could feel. A bolt of fear went through him as they thundered through the sky. For he saw the riders coming hard, and he heard their mournful cry. Yippee-i-oh.
Up for your show, man!
Ghost riders in the sky.
Oh, caralho. Está tudo bem? Ou é aquela cena?
Estamos à espera de...
Eu já vi vídeos desta merda e eles a voar por aqui abaixo. Pá, consegues descer aí pela direita, na boa.
I told him he shouldn't do it, and Camel told me he knew it. So he started begging with a bucket instead of a cup. He's in the jailhouse now. He's in the jailhouse now. Well, Camel flushed his cup when he wore a tuxedo to the country club. He's in the jailhouse now.
Mas acho que ninguém anda aqui, aqui está tudo... Ninguém anda aqui.
I met his old gal's lady. He said, have you seen Bill lately? I said, I don't believe that he's about. She went down to the jail. She went down to taking his mail. Then she whispered, Sheriff, please don't let him out. He's in the jailhouse now. He's in the jailhouse now. Wild camels put away. Ladies with the sheriff every day. He's in the jailhouse now.
Já foi a primeira.
Well, I remember the last election. The prohibitionists were in action. They're trying to elect themselves as president. Bill Campbell and John Austin walked from New Orleans to Boston, and they got a bottle in every settlement. They're in the jailhouse now. They're in the jailhouse now. They were down at the railroad track, stealing a train to haul it back. They're in the jailhouse now. They're in the jailhouse.
É pelo meio. Isso.
Ah, esquece, não.
Não, tens uma linha. Por ali.
Ai, Jesus.
Que puta de inclinação, mano. Mas tens uma linha fácil, olha. Tens que contornar devagarinho e tal.
Well, you wonder why I always dress in black. Why you never see bright colors on my back. And why does my appearance seem to have a somber tone? Well, there's a reason for the things that I have on. I wear the black for the poor and the beaten down, living in the hopeless, hungry side of town. I wear it for the prisoner who has long paid for his crime, but is there because he's a victim of the time. I wear the black for those who've never read or listened to the words that Jesus said about the road to happiness through love and charity. Why you think he's talking straight to you and me? Well, we're doing mighty fine, I do suppose, in our streak of lightning cars and fancy clothes. But just so we're reminded of the ones who are held back, up front there ought to be a
Não é por aí?
man in black. I wear it for the sick and lonely old, for the reckless ones
Whoa.
whose bad trip left them cold. I wear the black in mourning for the lives that could have been. Each week we lose 100 fine young men. And I wear it for the thousands who have died, believing that the Lord was on their side. I wear it for another 100,000 who have died, believing that we all were on their side. But things never will be right, I know, and things need changing everywhere you go. But till we start to make a move to make a few things right, you'll never see me wear a suit of white. Oh, I'd love to wear a rainbow every day. Tell the world
Puta!
that
Ui!
everything's okay.
Jesus!
But I'll try to carry off a little
Pô, segundas
darkness
rodas.
on my back till things are brighter. I'm the man in black. Well, I left Kentucky back in '49 and went to Detroit working on a assembly line. The first year they had me putting wheels in old Cadillac. Every day I'd watch them beauties roll by, and sometimes I'd hang my head and cry. Was always wanting me one that was long and black. One day I devised myself a plan that should be the easiest most anyway. I'd sneak it out of there in the lunchbox in my hand. Now getting calls meant getting fired, but I figured I'd have it all by the time I retired. I'd have me a car with a seat and 100 grand. I'd get it one piece at a time, and it wouldn't cost me a dime. You know it's me when I come through your town. I'm gonna ride around in style. I'm gonna drive everybody wild. Also have the only one there is around. So the very next day when I punched in with a big lunchbox with help from my friend, I left that day with a lunchbox and a key. I've never considered myself a thief, and GM wouldn't list this one with me, especially if I strung it out over several years. The first day I got me a fuel pump, and the next day I got me an engine and a trunk, then I got me a transmission and all the chrome. The little things I could get in my big lunchbox, like nuts, bolts, and all four shocks, the big stuff that stuck out my buddy's mobile home. Now, up to now, my plan went all right till we tried to put it all together one night, and that's when we noticed that something was definitely wrong. The transmission was a 53, and the motor turned out to be a 73, and when we tried to put in the bolts, all the holes were gone. So we drilled it out so that it would fit, and with a little bit of help from an adapter kit, we had that engine running just like a song. Now the headlights, there was another sight. We had two on the left and one on the right, but when we pulled out the switch, all three of them come on. The back end looked kind of funny too, but we put it together, and when we got through, well, that's when we noticed that we only had one tail fin. About this time, my wife walked out, and I could see in her eyes that she had her doubts, but she opened the door and said, "Honey, take me for a spin." So we drove uptown just to get the tags, and I headed to ride on down Main Drag. I could hear everybody laughing for blocks around. But up there at the courthouse, they didn't laugh, cause to type it up, it took the whole staff, and when they got through, the title weighed 60 pounds. I got it one piece at a time, and it didn't cost me a dime. You'll know it's me when I come through your town. I'm gonna ride around in style. I'm gonna drive everybody wild, cause I'll have the only one there is around.
Yeah,
Red Rider, this is the Cottonmouth in the Psycho Billy Cadillac. Come on. This is the Cottonmouth, and negatory on the cost of this machine there, Red Rider. You might say I went right up to the factory and picked it up. It's cheaper that way. What model is it? Well, it's a 49, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59 automobile. It's a 60, 61, 62, 63, 64, 65, 66.